Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. This is where we take a look at the big ideas and trends. And today, wow, we've got a big one. We're diving deep into something that's totally changing the game for all of us, the Great Resignation. All right, let's just jump right in with a number that's, well, it's pretty mind-blowing. Monster.com found that an estimated 95% of workers are thinking about changing jobs. I mean, that's not just a trend, right? That's practically everyone. It's a massive shift in how people are feeling about work. And you know what? It's not just a feeling. People are actually doing it. In the US alone, we're talking about 4 million people quitting their jobs every single month. This isn't just an American thing either. It's happening all over the world. It really feels like the old rules between companies and their employees are just being thrown out the window. So, what's happening? I mean, what is really going on? Why is this mass exodus happening right now? Let's get into it and figure out what this whole Great Resignation thing is all about. Okay, think about it. For about 18 months, we were all just in survival mode, right? Just trying to get through. But the pandemic did something else. It was like a huge global pause button. It knocked us all off the hamster wheel. And now that we're kind of coming out of that, everyone's taking a deep breath and reevaluating everything. We're asking ourselves the big questions. What do I really want from my job, from my life? So why is everyone quitting? Well, when you look at the research, it really boils down to 3 core reasons. First up, burnout. And it's a big one. We're talking about more than just feeling tired. The lines between work and home got super blurry, and all those little things that helped us decompress, like the commute or just chatting with coworkers, they were gone. Then there's flexibility. People got a taste of what it's like to have more control over their day, and now they want it for good. And finally, there's this feeling of being disconnected. A lot of people feel like their company's culture just vanished into thin air. And this really shows the before and after, doesn't it? Before the pandemic, you had work and you had life. They were pretty separate. Now, those lines are completely blurred. We're working longer hours, we're in way more meetings, and it's just exhausting. And the data totally backs this up. Look at this. A McKinsey survey found that over half of us want a hybrid model. We want the best of both worlds. But here's the kicker. That's not what a lot of companies are offering. There's a huge gap between what employees want and what employers think they want. And this isn't just feelings. It has real-world consequences for businesses. Just look at the IT industry. The rate at which people are leaving companies like Cognizant and Infosys is, well, it's sky high. In sectors where talent is in high demand, this churn is incredibly expensive and disruptive. It's a full-blown war for talent out there. Okay, so if you're a company, what do? The ground is completely shifted under your feet. It's clear the old ways of doing things aren't going to cut it. It's time for a whole new retention playbook. But first, we have to talk about what retention even means anymore. It's not just about stopping people from leaving. It's something much deeper. It's about building a place where people want to stay for the long haul, built on things like growth, respect, and feeling like you're actually accomplishing something. So what's the first play in this new playbook? It's empathy, plain and simple. As Priya Thakur Singh from Innoterra says, it's about practicing extreme empathy. It means realizing that your team members are whole people with lives and struggles that go way beyond their 9 to 5. Next up, internal growth. Check out what Fidelity Investments India is doing. They created what they call an internal talent market. So instead of your best people looking outside the company for their next big career move, they can find it right where they are. It's a brilliant way to keep your top talent in-house. Now, for remote and hybrid teams, you have to be super deliberate about all this. You can't just let culture happen by accident. You've got to design everything, from a great remote onboarding process to making sure you're recognizing people's achievements even when they're not in the office. It's all about making sure everyone feels included and that they can still maintain a healthy balance. And all of this really points to a fundamental shift in how we should think about this. We need to move beyond just retention and start talking about building genuine loyalty. I love this quote. It says, "Retention shouldn't start when someone resigns, but when the thought of leaving first crosses their mind." That is such a powerful idea. It's about being proactive, not just reacting when it's already too late. You've got to fix the issues before someone even starts polishing their resume. And that's the key, isn't it? This isn't a tactic. You can't just throw a new perk or a counteroffer at the problem. This has to be a mindset. It's baked into your culture. It's about how you treat people every single day. So what does this all mean for the future? What's the new social contract between companies and employees going to look like? Let's boil it all down. First, the balance of power. It's shifted. Employees have more leverage. Second, flexibility isn't a nice to have anymore. It's the new currency. Third, things like empathy and trust, they're not soft skills now. They are a real competitive advantage. And finally, if you want long-term loyalty, you've got to create paths for growth inside your own company. At the end of the day, it really all comes down to one thing: trust. As Prashant Deshpande from Borisil says, when there's strong mutual trust, that's when you get real value creation. It's about making sure the company's success and the employee's success are totally aligned. Which leaves us with a final thought to chew on. If flexibility and trust really are the new currency of work, the big question is, how much is your organization willing to invest? Because in this new world, winning the war for talent might not be about who pays the most, but about who cares the most. Thanks so much for tuning in.